again, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my How I Draw Anatomy video number 6. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to draw arms and legs and add simple volume and a little bit of perspective to your limbs. I also wanted to take a second to thank everyone for tagging me over on Instagram to show me all of your flower sack drawings from last month's video. I got so many drawings of flower sacks from you guys, and I really liked seeing everything and seeing all the cool work you guys are doing. So if you want to do the same thing for this video, my Instagram is down below. I am MissKerrieJ over on Instagram as well. So if you want to tag me in any of your practice drawings, feel free to do that, and I will give them a like if I see them. Next month's video is going to be covering either hands or feet, so let me know in the comments down there which one you'd like to see first. If you'd like to see hands first or feet first, I kind of have an idea of which one's going to be first, but I don't want to include them in the same video since they are pretty different in how I'm going to show you how to do them. But let me know down below which one you would like to see first. Alright, so I'm going to start out by showing you a very simple way to draw a very basic arm. So you're going to first want to start out with your action line. So let's say we have an arm that's coming down like that, and I will draw a little triangle to represent a hand since we're not focusing on that this week. So what I would do to draw a very basic arm and to give the arm volume is I would do the cylinder method, which is you just draw a basic cylinder like that, and you can separate it into two parts. So I would take the top cylinder and pull it down like that, and then I'd leave a little gap here for where the elbow would be, and then I would draw another little cylinder, and both of these cylinders are a little bit tapered towards the ends, so like where the elbow would be, it's just slightly tapered, and where the wrist would be, it would be a lot more tapered since the wrist is definitely smaller than the elbow. Some people will put a sphere here to kind of visually see the elbow. It depends on how you like to draw that, but this is a very basic way to get a simple arm. So I'm going to show that to you guys one more time. So I'll start out by drawing an ellipse and then pulling two lines down, slightly bringing them in, and then I will draw another one like that, and that will be the top half of your arm. If you want to use the sphere as a representation of the elbow, you can draw it just kind of floating there between them. And then I'm going to put a little bend in the arm, and I'm going to repeat that process again. And hand. Look at that hand, it's beautiful. So that is a really basic way to draw an arm and give it a little bit of visual volume. If you want to give it a little bit more volume, you can kind of go in and add some more ellipses here, just really lightly, and you can see that it kind of makes the shapes look a little bit more 3D. This is more just for sketching than for final illustrations, but adding these lines really helps you to see, like in some places where clothes hang and what direction they should be facing depending on what direction the arm is moving and things like that. And now I've drawn this line right here, and I'm going to kind of show you the flow of an arm if you're holding it out to the side, so you can kind of see a little bit of an example of what straight versus curved is, which is another thing that I'm going to show in a video in the future, but I figured I would share it a little bit with you guys now. This is definitely more of an animation principle than it is necessarily an anatomy principle, but that's kind of the point of this video series. So for the top part of your arm, you're going to want to keep it straight, and say the elbow is going to be, I'm just going to put a little circle to kind of represent where that would be. So this will be the straight line, which will be the top of the arm. The curve will be on the bottom. So say like this is part of the body right here, and that's your shoulder. And then for the lower part of the arm, you're going to want to reverse that and make the curve on the top and have it be straight on the bottom. And here will be your hand. The arm is really long, by the way. Ignore how long the arm is. But this is kind of an example of what straight versus curve is. You'll have a straight, and then your curve, and then you will reverse them for the lower arm versus the upper part of the arm. So that is how I would do a very simple arm using cylinders and spheres, and a little bit of a demonstration of straight versus curve. I'm going to do a couple little arm demonstrations, and I'm going to speed them up really quick so you can kind of see what it looks like when the arm is in a couple different positions to give you an idea of how you can use this technique. Alright, so those are some little demos that I did. As you can see, especially in this one, using those little ellipses will really help you show where the bend of the arm is and how to do a little bit of overlapping when your limbs are bent. So it's definitely something worth practicing. And now I'm going to show you how to do legs, and it uses the exact same technique. So I will show you how to build the leg and show you the straight versus curve for the leg and do some demos for that as well. Alright, so the leg is extremely similar. So I'm just gonna I'll do a side and then a front as well. So I'm going to start off with my action line, which is never straight up and down if you remember from previous videos, which you can find in the link down below, and there will be a link on the screen somewhere as well. So I'm just going to start off with my ellipse again, and I'm going to pull down the cylinder, once again kind of keeping it tapered. And this is the kind of thing about illustration, is that you can make the legs as long as you want. So there is no, I'm not going to say like, oh, this is how long they should be or anything like that, because there is no right or wrong. It's illustration and you can do whatever you want with it. So I'm going to add a little bit of a sphere for the knee, and I will kind of pull the knee out a little bit because the knee tends to pop out a little bit. And then I will do another cylinder, which is again tapered towards the foot. Alrighty. So there's the two cylinders and the sphere to build a basic leg, and now I'm going to show you the straight versus curve for this so you can build a little bit of volume. So for the leg, the front of the thigh will actually be where the curve is. This was always something that I noticed a lot of people were kind of confused by, because you'd think that the back would be where the curve is, but the back will be straight. Pretty straight. It doesn't have to be like perfectly straight, but that looks cool when you do it perfectly straight. And then I always kind of add like a little bit of a bump for the knee and like an indentation for the back of the leg. And then the calf will come out and be your curve for the lower part of the leg. And then the front will be straight. And that is your straight versus curved. And they will be flipped on the bottom, just like the arms. And so for the front view of the leg, it will be very similar. We'll do our cylinders again. The front of the leg is always so like weird and boring to look at. Alright, so the outside will be your straight, the inside will be your curve. These aren't as exaggerated as they are on the sides, but that's, if you want to exaggerate them a little bit more, that is up to you. Because there is a little bit of curve on both sides of the calf part of the leg. Part of the muscle will be higher, part of it will be lower. These are like the longest legs ever. But that is how I would go about drawing a front part of the leg using the simple cylinders. Alright, so now I'm back on this page with arms on it, and I'm going to do a couple quick leg demos for you. So in this last little demo, I'm just going to do a quick full body showing you how you can use the flour sack and then this method to pretty much build an entire body, building off of the principles that I've shown you in the past 6 videos. Alrighty everyone, so those are the demos that I'm going to be sharing with you for today. And that is pretty much it for how I draw very basic arms and legs. As I said at the beginning of the video, you can go ahead and tag me over on Instagram. There's a link down below if you'd like to share with me what you've done. I love seeing what everybody's been doing, so feel free to do that. And also let me know in the comments down below if you would like to see hands or feet first for next month's anatomy video number 7. I post these videos once a month to give people time to practice in between videos. I know I've gotten asked a lot lately why I don't upload them every single week. I want to give people time to practice during the month, and I like to post other videos on my channel besides anatomy videos. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think down below, and if you have any questions or comments, you can leave those as well, and I will be sure to get back to you. And thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a like, it helps to support my channel a lot. And subscribe if you'd like to see more anatomy videos. I post videos every Sunday. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next week for another video. Bye!